Hello, friends. Robert Bevan here, author of the Caverns and Creatures series of comedy, fantasy novels, and short stories. With me is Sam West, and today we're talking about the spell Creation. I don't know. I feel like this is going to be another one where a lot of people love it, and I don't get it. It's
I don't either.
but we went through. All right, I'll save my questions till after the breakdown. What does this do?
Okay, Creation's a 5th level conjuration spell. It takes a minute to cast. It's a 30-foot range. Verbal, somatic, and material components requiring a tiny piece of the matter of the same type you plan to create. It's got a duration of special, and it's in the illusion school. Okay. You pull wisps of shadow material from the Shadowfell. Create non-living object of vegetable matter within range. Soft goods, rope, wood, or something similar. You can do this spell to create mineral objects such as stone, crystal, or metal. You can also. So it's either veggie matter or it's stone gem shit. The object created must be no larger than a 5-foot cube. It must be in the form of a material that you have seen before. The duration depends on the object or material. Veggie matter lasts a day, stone or crystal lasts 12 hours, precious metals lasts 1 hour, gems last 10 minutes, and adamantium or mithril lasts 1 minute. Using any material created by the spell as another spell's material component causes that spell to fail. When you cast the spell using a spell slot of 6th level or higher, the cube increases by 5 feet to a slot above, for each slot above 5th. So if you do a 7th level, you 15 feet. If you do a 9th level, you 25 feet.
All right.
Basically, you build a thing out of a material and you get that for the time. It takes a minute to cast. So that's awkward.
All right, all right. My main question is, how is this different from Fabricate?
Fabricate's permanent.
Yeah, that's the obvious. But Fabricate is a 4th level spell. You can build a bridge. You can build something huge,
And I'm still not
and it's permanent. What's that?
And I'm still not a fan of it.
Yeah, me either. But this, I can build a rope that lasts an hour or whatever, and then
so
it goes away.
Sure. Fabricate requires you have the materials on hand to do the creation. So you have to have the trees to make the bridge. You have to have the stone to make the stone bridge. Very much got bridges on the mind. With creation, you conjure that into existence, given that you have a very small amount of it. So if you have a tiny bit of adamantium, and I'm adamantine, it's one of those words. I'm gonna go with adamantine. Whatever. Sure. If you have a tiny bit of it, you can make a 5-foot cube of it. Same with mithril, same with gems, same with precious metals, etc. You don't need the stuff to make the cube. Now, granted, you can't do as big or grand things because Fabricate, it can make big objects contained within 10-foot cubes, 8 connected 5-foot cubes, given sufficient quantity of raw materials. You make bigger stuff with Fabricate for a lower level, but you need to have stuff on hand to turn into it.
Yeah.
With Creation, you pick it, it's like 3D printing in a material that you conjure into existence, something that's smaller than a 5x5 cube.
So what are you using this for?
I have no idea. It seems like this is 1 minute access to anything in the player's handbook's material section, and I need to spend money on that stuff.
I'm saying the first thing it comes up with is rope. If you're casting 4th level spells and you don't have a rope,
if you're in a situation where you're like, I better spend my 5th level spell slot on a minute cast to get rope for a day, nope, I don't care how much rope it is. A 5-foot cube of rope is a lot of rope, but that's not worth a 5th level spell slot. It's just not.
If you need to climb down a cliff or something, but
fly is a 3rd level spell. Featherfall is a 1st level spell. You don't need this.
You need to tie up a mammoth. I don't know.
Hold monster. I don't know. There's definitely better ways to do the things this spell is doing. I think across the board. Now, granted, this does a lot of things. I just don't see it being a particularly effective way to do any of them. And that's where, this is my problem with Fabricate as well. There are cheaper ways at lower levels to do almost everything the spell can do. And, as far as, practical uses of it, as far as, having in-game moments where you're like, all right, this is a solution to this problem. We're able to get across this ravine. We're able to, get around these guards. We're able to sneak through this tunnel without being heard. You don't need Fabricate to do any of those things. There are cheaper and more efficient ways of doing them all, and more effective ways of doing them all. Whereas I'll make us all super sneaky shoes out of vegetable material, so we squish along the floor. But
I'm starting to warm up to Fabricate now, though, for the same reason, for my world building wall of stone thing. That I don't know
It's there
why.
forever.
Yeah,
But creation, it's not.
no,
Creation, it goes away in at max a day, at minimum a minute.
a
Can you
minimum of a
imagine?
minute. What are we doing? All right, I'm looking this up again. All right, gems, 10 minutes. What are you making? 5-foot cubes of gems that are gonna last 10 minutes. What are you gonna do with that?
Try to sell them, I guess. Like,
Really quickly?
yeah, you walk into a shop and be like, I have to offload these right now. We promise it's not a scam. And then you just put a block, just a raw cube of ruby on the desk.
Ah, um,
That doesn't seem good.
I mean, I guess the adamantine or mithril, you can make a suit of armor that instantly goes on you, or I don't know, because it's only there for a minute. It's going to take you far longer than that to put it on.
Yeah, so for as far as like armor goes, full on just doesn't work with this. You can't make armor out of this ever work because you can't don it in time. If you do weapons, hypothetically, what you've done is you've done like, okay, a minute before combat, I make an adamantine warhammer or an adamantine. It can't be longer than 5 feet, so like great swords are out. So we're looking at like
Short
swords
sword.
out. Yeah, I think we're down to like short swords. Like it can't be. I guess short swords are not like this big though. They're like larger daggers. So you might be able to get like a long sword in that. You know, depending on how you maneuver it. In any case, you're spending a minute to get a magic weapon that gets around some resistances for a minute.
Yeah.
Nope. I don't need that. Magic weapon seems like a way better option than that. Magic weapon costs a lower level than this. I'm not that thrilled about magic weapon. So, like, I think if you're using this, you're using it for, like, the veggie or stone stuff. And in both those cases, I can't believe I'm about to say this, but, like, wall of stone is definitely better than a 5-foot cube of stone.
How can you not believe you're about to say this? You don't hate wall of stone.
I don't, but I don't
love
rave
it
about it like
I
you do.
All
Yeah.
right.
Exactly.
To say it's better than this is not something you preface with, I can't believe I'm about to say this.
That doesn't imply that I hate it. I don't hate it. Wall of Stone's a perfectly usable spell. This is not. This is a 5-foot section of the Wall of Stone for 12 hours for a higher level spell slot.
Yeah. I'm struggling. I mean,
yeah.
I feel like I was wrong about Fabricate.
I don't think you were wrong about Fabricate.
Right. But this, I mean, it's like Fabricate, but more expensive and doesn't last.
Yeah.
I mean,
the limitations are like a 5-foot cube is a really huge limitation, and there's no shot this is ever worth a 6th level spell slot or higher. No chance. It just never will be. And it's not worth a 5th level spell slot probably with a 5-foot cube. So like if this started at 3rd level and then you had these weird cubes of things, I'd still be like, what do you do with it though? Well,
that's just
5th level.
The spell gives you examples in the description,
and
it's rope and clothes.
Like Yep. I think that's a really good point, Bob, that I think should tell everyone at home what to expect out of creation, and it's not much.
All right, this is another one. Commenters, let us have it.
Yeah.
I think Sam and I are in agreement, and I know some of you are not going to be, but yeah, tell us what you got.
I can't get excited about, but we're gonna go sell off a whole bunch of precious metals that'll last an hour and we'll make some money off it. Nope, not excited by that. That's not it for me. Beyond that, maybe you like, we made a
you could make a 5-foot cube of coins, but I mean, again,
there are
going to be in a world where this exists, there are going to be safeguards against that.
I would say any merchant worth their salt is going to understand how counterfeiting works and is going to see if something is too pretty, if something's too shiny, it's too good to be true. Detect Magic is a 1st level div or ritual spell that is really available. So that's going to be something they'd be like, oh, hey, why is this, why are these coins illusory, team? And that's going to be a very quick, like, yeah, you're at 9th level. That's absolutely in the tier of play you're at. You're not conning, like, if you're conning anyone out of this, you're conning, like, street level merchants that have a whole 10 silver to their name from the day, right? And that's not where you want to be.
Like, those guys are selling rope.
Exactly. You could just make the rope. Like, you're not going up to these merchants and be like, give me all your melons. I want the whole stand. And they're like, oh my goodness, this is the greatest day of my life. I got 2 gold pieces for all of my melons. I can send my kid to college. And then the gold goes away and they have no melons. Like, that's the excuse. That's the best case scenario with this.
Oh.
That's not it. That isn't it. This isn't a spell that you
Oh,
should ever
dear.
cast. I can't believe this made it to print. This is terrible.
All right. You got anything else to say about this?
1 out of 5, garbage.
Yeah. I'm with you.
I
And,
want this to be good. I love these kind of effects, but nope, it's terrible.
all right. You heard the verdict. Now tell us why we're wrong in the
Maybe you
comments.
make like 10,000 keys. Like you just pick a 5-foot metal area and be like, I want it to be as many keys that'll fit in the spot, and we're gonna try every single one of them in the hour and just hope that one of them mystically fits. I feel like none
Oh,
of them
all right,
would
different
anyway.
keys. I thought you were
Yeah.
talking about I'm gonna make 10,000 wrong keys and throw them on top of the right keys so that somebody can't open a door.
Also an option.
Ah, all right. Now that we've said that, do you want to change your rating?
No, no, I
Okay.
don't. No, I'm good.
All right. Well, I guess that's that. That was creation. Thank you, Sam. And thank you, everyone, for joining us. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Thank you for watching. If you found this helpful, informative, or entertaining, I'd really appreciate it if you hit the like button below. You needn't smash it. A gentle tap will suffice. If you want to see more videos like this, subscribe to the channel. And make sure you check out the links in the description, where you'll find my Caverns and Creatures series of comedy fantasy novels, Sam's full review of the spell, and other fun things.